Let's go.
Hey you guys, it's Aaron and Simon. We're here in Mexico City at the Bitcoin Embassy Bar. We're going to take you guys on a quick tour and we're going to talk about community.
There you go.
Hey you guys, so we're inside the Bitcoin Embassy Bar. It's a great restaurant and it's a great place for you guys to come and be in an environment of education for Bitcoin and other tokens. Here we have the Bitcoin ATM. If you pay with your tokens or pay with Bitcoin, you will get a 25% discount. You always want to check to see what promotions and discounts apply. We have the Bitcoin trophy case. I don't know if you can pan it if you just wanted to walk down, but they have t-shirts, lots of merch, cups. She's got resources here. She's also got great coins. It looks like silver. Here goes the Bitcoin. So this is the Bitcoin trophy case. We have the bar. Okay, that's the most important part of the Bitcoin Embassy Bar, is the bar. You guys can get any drink you want. The staff are great. And here goes our leaderboard. You can see all of what's going on for the day in real time. It's pretty awesome. And then we're just gonna show you guys the display board. Bitcoin is accepted here along with several other coins. And then here we go. Just some education. She's got lots of educational resources for Bitcoin around the bar. Lori's really on top of everything that's happening, is one of the reasons why we had her on the show, so that she can talk to you about what's going on in Latin America. Okay. Hi, we're back, right? It's Aaron and Simon. We are live on site at the Bitcoin Embassy Bar. We do want to take some time, in addition to the tour, to talk to you guys about the importance of community and physical places where you can find like-minded people to just kind of be in an environment of the things that you care about.
Yeah, this is a great place. Like she said, they have a lot of educational items. It's also a great place. They hold cryptocurrency, what do we call them? Meetups a couple times a week. Do podcasts here, so it's a great place to come and just congregate with like-minded people, and that's what we're looking for. That's part of your community. We talked about this on an earlier show about community. You know, there's digital community. You know, there's an actual physical community, right? And a lot of people, I know they're online a lot, and they don't really get out and be in that physical community. But like she said, if you're in Mexico City, this is a great place to come and just, you know, meet up with like-minded people and just, you know, chop up some good game about Bitcoin, other cryptocurrencies, and, you know, yeah, that's what I think.
Another thing is, like he said, the feel is completely different. I do want you guys to excuse the noise. It's like, this is the Manhattan of Mexico, right? So it's very noisy outside, lots of traffic. So excuse the noise. We're gonna talk loud so that you can hear us. But one of the things about the physical aspect of being in an environment of like-mindedness, this is the trifecta of perfection, because it's food, it's folks, and it's information, right? You've seen all the branding. They have educational resources. People come in and out. A lot of the people here do speak English. If your Spanish is a little rusty, especially the staff, they're especially helpful. They all don their nice Bitcoin shirts, so you know what it is. And the fellowship of it is what I think is important. When you can sit down, you can have a meal, like literally breaking bread. And discussing all of the things that are important to you, like generational wealth, deflationary currencies, especially in a country with a currency, the inflation, y'all think it's bad in the US, it's really bad here, especially for the locals. So, you know, just having that fellowship is very important. It's something I encourage you guys to try to figure out to do. I would go further to encourage them. I'm not saying travel all the way to Mexico. If you can, reach out to us. We can tell you where to go, how to be safe, etc., etc. But even traveling to a different city to go to a cryptocurrency meetup may have a lot of benefits for you. It's great for networking. A lot of us are used to digital networking, right? And you can get catfish that way, right? I mean, let's be honest, right? You can get some game put on you that way. But when you are physically in front of somebody and they're talking to you, your intuition will start to work. You know, this person doesn't really know what they're talking about. This person really doesn't understand what this is. This person's trying to sell me something that I'm not interested in, so on and so forth. Or you can have a great experience and be like, this is someone or this is a group of people I would like to meet up with or socially network with regularly. So we do encourage you to find a way to physically find an environment of like mind.
And and she said, I like how she said, break bread, and move forward. And, you know, chop up some game. You know, people put you on to some new things. People might refer to me as a Bitcoin maximalist, but I have an open mind. If you have other coins and other things, other projects, I'm willing to listen. So you can meet people who have other ideas that, you know, and can you know, give you an idea. Say, hey, okay, maybe I could diversify into that, into this. So we definitely recommend it. And like we said, we have been talking about in earlier episodes. Different places, Costa Rica, Guatemala, Honduras,
Brazil,
the Central Republic of Africa.
Yep.
And I'm sure there's more places out there that are popping up that we are not aware of. But it is a way to get out here and just be amongst like-minded people. Now, we don't travel to the United States much, so I don't know if it pops up a lot in other you know, cities and stuff like that. But it's definitely a great place to come. You know, a lot of people when they travel to Mexico, they like to go to the beach towns and stuff. Puerto Vallarta, Playa del Carmen, Cancun, these other places. But we highly recommend you come to Mexico City. It is the financial hub, right? And one of the financial hubs in Central and South America. And, you know, so come check it out. Most definitely come check it out. And, you know, you get that information. You can see how it works different across the world in different countries and things like that.
Yeah, and traveling, like we say, when you get an understanding of what's going on here, what's going on there, it gives you more insight as to the change in the global monetary policy. It's showing you the evolution of how the changes are taking place and how it's going to affect our generation and the generations after us. A lot of people, because you're young and you have children and they're young, you don't understand that. That's one generation, that's another generation. If you're young, you're 40 years old, you have 2 grandchildren, that's a third generation. And you have to understand, even though there's just a few years age difference, and maybe your grandchild, and maybe even like the youngest child in your household, they're still gonna have a different outcome as they're growing up and seeing how the monetary policy is changing. So as parents, as grandparents, as aunts, uncles, godparents, we want to be on top of how this change is taking place and what we can do to mitigate some of the fallout from the change. You have to understand, anytime there's a monetary change or a monetary policy change like we're looking at, there's going to be a great transfer of wealth. Is that wealth going to be transferred from you, or is it going to be transferred to you?
Right.
And this is why you want to travel. I encourage travel to even a different city if you can't travel internationally, to different meetups. This way you can physically see things, understand things, get some type of physical contact with educational resources, knowing where places are that you can go if you need additional information, and not just the internet. I know that's convenient, people love it, but like he said, there's an energy to being in a physical place of like-mindedness, or something that just aligns with what you care about.
Yeah, definitely. That's why we recommend going to these places. That's why we stay on the lookout for the places that are popping up, like the Bitcoin beaches and the Bitcoin jungle and stuff like that, so that there's a place that you can go to, and people will respect your ideas. Because let's be honest, people who've been in this Bitcoin community, we've spent many years trying to talk to people and tell them about this, that, and the third, and they're like, I don't know what it is, and it's nice to just actually talk amongst each other, you know, where it's like we all understand what it is, and we all understand what we're trying to do and get accomplished. Because like I said, it wears you down trying to talk to people. You get tired of trying to explain what it is. So this is kind of like it's a good. It gives you a good refreshing feeling to be in places like this.
Also, I would say, when you were younger, and we don't do these things anymore, but when we were young, right, I feel like a dinosaur today. If we wanted to study, we would go to the library. Mm-hmm. You want me to girl? Y'all go to the club. Girls, you want me to do? Y'all go to the club, right? If you wanted to do something helpful, you would go to the community center. Right? If you wanted to volunteer and you didn't know where to start, you would go to your local community center, you would ask them, where can I volunteer, what can I do? So there was a time when we would physically go to places to get done the things we wanted to get done, and I think we've come so far away from that we need to figure out a way to add that back into our life portfolio. The pandemic really programmed.
Yeah, I think that really added on to it because a lot of people ended up, they stay at home, they don't go out much. A lot of people now can work from home, so you don't have that interaction maybe at your workplace and things like that. And so, you got to get out there. We tell you, take business trips when you travel, and don't just, go to Sandals or be in the, what's wrong with Sandals?
We love Sandals, but we just say, don't just do that. Add this to it too.
The tourist area and stuff like that. I always say go amongst the people. And this is a way to be amongst the people. You come down, where are we at? Roma Norte. We're in Roma Norte at the Bitcoin Embassy Bar on Avenue, was that Avenida Medellin, all right?
191 or 191 for my non-Spanish speakers. But like I said, if you guys are interested in coming here, you just go ahead and contact us. You just go ahead and contact us, and we'll make sure we plug you guys into the right places all the time. We'll even go out of our way to kind of meet up with you. You guys are very important to us. We are a community. We are family. So it is part of our business structure to do whatever we can to add that physical aspect back into networking and working together as a community.
Yeah, and also, we talk about it's called the Bitcoin Embassy Bar. So we got to focus on that word bar. So we got, we have nice, if you see me, these are nice shots of...
He drank mine, y'all. He drank all of it.
These are nice shots of Don Julio Plata, or 70. So Don Julio 70.
Don Julio 70 for my non...
and you can always get great food here, great drinks. The staff is wonderful. Everybody's very nice to you. It's a nice neighborhood, very walkable.
Yes.
So, that's what you would like to see in these areas of like-minded people. We talked about Bitcoin Beach in El Salvador, a very nice place. Yes. A lot of places to eat, drink, and then you can actually get out there and get in the water, get in the beach, get the sand and all that stuff.
Now, I will say this, I have not experienced a place like the Bitcoin Embassy Bar in El Salvador as of yet. Not to say that there isn't one, but we did not get the opportunity to discover one.
Right.
So if you guys know about places, especially in, like I call it, the game theory land,
yep,
please contact us. Let us know the name of the place and where we can find it so that we can, A, discover it for ourselves, and B, we can bring the information to you guys.
Yeah, yes, indeed. That's where we're going to take some trips. We have mentioned we're going to go to, I think, where are we going next? Honduras? I think we're going to... Belize? Oh, okay. We're getting somewhere. She'll make the call, but yeah, we're gonna come live and direct from some of these places and just tell you about how it is to be there. The community, if it has an arbitrage as far as cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. That's what we want to bring to you all over the world. We want to try to get all over the world. I don't like to travel as much, but I'll do it anyway, right? We'll do it anyway.
Yeah. We're going to try to make the effort to do, especially while we're young. Gets a bit harder when you get older. Your knees and everything don't feel good. But other than that, we just wanted to just kind of show you the environment. It's beautiful. I know you can hear the people chattering. We don't want to film anybody because we don't have permission to film anybody. But if you guys get a chance and it's something that you're able to do, definitely, my Bitcoiners,
Yep.
got travel, right? It is the money of the universe at this point. We've done a few shows on that.
Yep.
For those of you who need a refresher, go ahead and check out the playlist. We're going to do some more shows where Bitcoin is the coin of the universe, right? That was like 2-3 shows ago. So that means you got to at least travel the planet you live on.
And remember, we did a show, I think 2 shows on flag theory.
Yes.
So, you got to get out here and plant your flags. So, you go to different places as far as your investments, like they said, your playground. You have tax breaks in other countries. So you got to get out here and plant those flags, see what benefits you. Like we say, go where you're treated best. And it's not always how you're physically treated, but how your money's treated. Your investments are treated. Go where you're treated best. Plant these flags. So if you can come over here, like I say, there's incentives. In Mexico, you come over here as far as investing and starting businesses. But not just Mexico, many countries.
Yeah.
We're just telling you about where we are currently. And not to say that we'll always be in Mexico. It's just, our kids like it here. They're happy. So we're here for now. Never know, when they get older, we might pop off somewhere else, right? Because we have to go where we're treated best. And but yeah, that's that flag theory. So if you're not familiar with flag theory, go check that out. Look it up. It's postulated by Harry Schultz. We did a good show on it, but it's a lot of information that you can get about flag theory.
I'll make sure the link is in the description for you guys.
And you can check out Nomad Capitalist Andrew Henderson, who really talks about flag theory and other places you can go, second passports. But he will make it clear that he's about 7- and 8-figure entrepreneurs. So, we're more for the everyday man and woman.
Right.
You don't have to have 7 figures, but we're just letting you know places you can go to get the arbitrage. Because that's what the show is, right? The arbitrage.
It's all about the opportunity and how it can benefit you, your family, and your community.
And also, now that you brought back up community, we have to reiterate that community, right? I think we did a show about community on Malcolm X Day.
Yes, we did.
We talked about community.
I'll make sure that's in the link.
But this is a community. Bitcoin is a community. People who are Bitcoin investors, like I said on the earlier show, I would wear a Bitcoin t-shirt just to spark conversation and stuff like that, not for pocket watchers. But we know how that goes.
We'll add that show into the description as well.
But a lot of people say, "Oh, I like your shirt. I'm into Bitcoin, and I bought this. And then you can have a nice conversation about what Bitcoin is, and and it's really refreshing. It's really refreshing to be part of a community, right? Because people like to be part of a group. They like to be part of a community and things like that. And so we just try to go out and about and try to be part of these communities, bring our vision, like I say. And we have,
Lots of traffic.
yeah, we have lots of traffic. But like I said, we're talking like, we're talking to, we're talking to the black community, right? And so, but when you come somewhere like here, she's talking to her, the Mexican community.
Talking to her community.
But we both have the same goal in mind. We had the same goal in mind. She's getting her people together. We want to get our people together. And then you go somewhere else, they're talking to their community, like El Salvador. They want to get their people together. But we all had the same goal of getting our people together and getting on board with this, the Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency and everything, right?
Yep, absolutely. Do you have anything else you want to discuss?
Well, no, you go in, tell them what you're going to. Nothing?
Other than that, we think that you guys should travel more, physically, socially network, and find that place that you can go to maybe in your own community, maybe in your own city. If you have to travel a little bit, it'll be worth it. Make it a road trip, right? Doesn't have to be a 22-hour road trip, but maybe it's an hour away or something like that. If you have resources in your community where you can meet up with people regularly, that would absolutely benefit you. So if they have regular meetups, this isn't the only place in Roma North for regular cryptocurrency meetups. Roma seems to be the corazon, the heart of the cryptocurrency community, just kind of panned out that way. I think it's the ease and access from the other colonias, if that makes sense. So there's multiple cryptocurrency meetups here in this particular neighborhood. Find that neighborhood or that part of the city that's close to you where you can meet up maybe every Thursday or every Tuesday. Maybe it's something that you come up with.
Yeah.
Right?
And that's a perfect example. Because if you are a person of influence within your community, then you can start it. You could be the one who sparks it off, where that is, like you say, the crypto meetups and stuff like that. If you are a person of influence, I still advocate for talking to people. If you're at work or when you're out and about, it's a little tiresome because
If you're frustrated, we understand, but it's very necessary.
It's very necessary. Yeah, we talk to people and we bring up different things. Like we brought up the iTrust Capital, for people to have retirements available in crypto, gold and silver. We brought up we need to talk about, I don't think I ever brought it up, but is it Bitwage, where you can be paid in Bitcoin and, whatever percentage you like through your employer. Like there's all kind of options out here that we like to talk to people about. And that's why we like the meetups because, you get new ideas. People tell you new things like, oh, I didn't know about this. I didn't know about that. Let me go look into this. And it's just a meeting of the minds. And that's a nice thing when you have a meeting of the minds and a community of like-minded people.
Absolutely. So when you guys get a chance, start looking into that. Like I said, if you don't have something creative, we are creators, we're manifestors. Let's try to get that done. I know that outside of the physical thing, if it's more convenient or easier or more effective to do a digital meetup, absolutely get one started.
Yeah.
Do your education, offer resources. Traveling, though, also helps you to refer resources to other people. Yeah. So, like when people come to Mexico City, I'm a native New Yorker. I've gotten to the point where I know Mexico City colder than I do Manhattan. Put me in Manhattan now. But I'm able to point people in the right direction to the resources they want regarding cryptocurrency, people, moving. Like our organization provides these services. You want to also be able to offer that wealth of information.
Yeah.
Sometimes the important part of the information is just pointing them to the right person who knows exactly what they need. Right? You don't need to know the information. You may not be the subject matter expert. But sometimes just pointing them to the subject matter expert is just as beneficial as if you knew the information yourself. So that's all part of community. Sometimes dealing with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, you can feel like an island.
Yes.
Because the majority of your family members, the majority of your friends, they either don't understand it, they're not interested in it. I'm going to tell y'all right now, we are heavy into precious metals. And there's a lot of people in the crypto community who are like, what?
Yeah.
What are y'all doing with all that silver and why?
Yeah, we're old school, so we always gonna
right. So there's even subgroups
that.
inside of your like-minded egregore, right? Who are just like, I don't understand what y'all are doing with this, but we do love that you're doing that, and you can feel like you're all alone in it. So if you can mitigate some of that, it helps a lot, I think, and it reinforces your motivation.
Yeah.
Obviously your education, because it's technologically based, stuff goes obsolete like right now, and there's something new that you need to know and understand. So just having that community, being a part of the community, but I would say the most important part of community is being a contributor to that community, not just me.
Yeah, that's what we say. That's what we try to contribute education and different things that we can as much as possible, different opportunities globally, where you can have some access to the arbitrage, but also you get some, if you are a Bitcoin investor, you get, some tax breaks in these other places. We talked about the Act 60 in Puerto Rico and, just different places around the world where they're giving benefits to people who are crypto investors.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, you know, we're all crypto investors. You don't have to, you know, be whole pointers and all that. You know, as long as you're an investor in crypto and Bitcoin, we look for these places where you get these opportunities. And you know, like I said, we're at a place now where you get, I think, would you say 25%?
Yes, I mentioned that
You get
we had a
25%.
video for that. Yep.
Yep.
If you use the token, you get 25% discount.
Yep.
You always want to check what their current promotions and discounts are, but as of today,
Yeah,
you get 25% discount if you pay with a token.
that's indeed. So
And he likes to order expensive tequilas, though.
yeah, and
So we need the discount.
And I use my Doge. I use Doge. I don't waste my Bitcoin on that, but I do use my Doge. But that you know, that's what we're looking for. You know, go around the world and just see different places where you can be your own bank. Have your own, you know, monetary. You don't have to deal with, because we have a lot of because our main banks are legacy banks, right? Wells Fargo and J.B. Morgan Chase. And you get all kind of problems with them. You get international fees. You know, if you take money out the ATM, you're going to get a fee from the ATM, whatever bank it is here in Mexico, and then you're going to get a fee on the other side, right? And then you get an international fee for the receiving money out the ATM, which is different than the fee that you get from just a point of sale transaction international fee. So you know, we're still working on being our own bank. You know, we have some other tokens and things like that. We got another show coming with our good friend the Chief. He's going to break down XRP and its, you know, and it being used as its interoperability and stuff like that. You know, he's a master on that. But yeah, you got to find out different ways to go out here and spend money, especially once you start moving around the world and stuff like that. If you still have legacy banks, they made it, we've talked about this before, they made it very difficult for you to get bank accounts in other countries now with FACTA, right? Is it FACTA? Foreign Account Tax Compliance Act.
There you go.
Yep. So they make it very difficult. So foreign banks don't really want to deal with U.S. You know, bankers because U.S. The auditing, reporting, and the penalty behind it. So it used to be a time you go $500, you can get a bank account. Now it's like, well, you got to have some decent paper for them to take you on as a customer. So you know, it just changes the game a little bit. You got to see it different, and then you know, you make your adjustments. Like we say, it's a chess game. You make those adjustments. You make your chess move, right?
Absolutely. And the only way you can make a chess move is if you can see the board and understand it.
Yeah.
Right? I can't see the board and understand it if I just stay in Lakeview. Travel a little bit. You know, do some research. I got to do some reconnaissance. It's very, very important. The other thing that I wanted to say is, and this will be my last and final point, is the whole point of the community and what you're trying to do is for you to generate wealth, for you to understand how to spend that wealth, but most importantly, how to protect that wealth. Yep. And I think a lot of people, you have brought this to my attention multiple times, is that a lot of people spend their whole life generating the wealth. And then they spend a significant portion of their life understanding how to spend it.
Yep.
But then they miss the protection of it. And it gets mishandled, it gets misappropriated. Sometimes it's even, you walk into something that you thought was legit and it just...
Yeah, I think, to me, I think the protection of the wealth, I could be wrong, you guys let me know. I think the protection of it is the hardest part.
Yes.
Right? You can get a job or a career and you can generate income, but protecting it is the hard part. And so, we have to always be mindful of that. And that's what Bitcoin is here. It's here to protect people's wealth. I mean, do you want your money just sitting in your bank account in dollars? You want to put it somewhere where it generates. We talked about this, space time, right? You want to be able to unlock the energy over space and time. So if you put something here, you want to be able to go retrieve it at a later date, and it has, what would you say?
That purchasing power.
It has kept purchasing power or, you know, increased. And that's what we're trying to do. You know, I mean, that's what we're trying to do. Bitcoin is many things. We could talk about it philosophically. We could talk about it metaphysically. We could talk about it scientifically. And it's what we do. We will. We're definitely gonna get to that Bitcoin and zero. Not Bitcoin to zero. So I wanted to clarify that Bitcoin and its relationship to the number zero. So I wanted to clarify that, not Bitcoin going to zero. We want to talk about some other things, Bitcoin and the void, dark matter, dark energy. You know, that's a scientific part of it. We're going to get into all these shows, like I say. You know, we don't want to just bring you guys some information. We wanted to bring you live down to the Bitcoin Embassy Bar.
It's a lot of stuff happening out
Great
there.
place, you know. We got Don Julio on deck. On deck, you know, we're gonna get some good food and stuff like that. Great neighborhood, so you let them know. You get them up out. Let me know.
Oh, okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed our show. We do have Tino with us. He's over here filling his stomach with chicken tenders.
Yeah, so
y'all see me look off this way, helping him with his food. But we would love to hear what you guys think about different places in the world that you travel to that are. It doesn't even have to be just Bitcoin friendly, crypto friendly, that offer great resources. Just that physical place that you guys have made contact with, that you frequent. Whatever it is you got, we would love to hear about it. So you guys can send us emails. We get a lot of emails from you guys. And you can write it here in the chat, like, hey, you know, I frequent such and such on Bitcoin Beach, and it's someplace you guys should go. And that way everybody can have some resources they can tap into as they begin their travel. So we want to hear from you guys.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, like she said, build up that network so that when you come to a place, there is somebody that you can reach out to.
Yep.
And then people who already are in that place have vetted out the people that they're going to refer you to, right? Like if you come here to Mexico City or the surrounding area of Mexico City, we know people we can tap into but refer you to, and we vetted them out. You know, we're not sending you to somebody janky where, you know, something stupid can happen. Like we vetted these people out, we know who they are, we've done work with them. So yeah, that's what you want to do. We're trying to build up a network globally. You know, it's, you know, one day at a time, but it's happening. So, you know, you guys reach out to us if you need something. You know, if you come through, like she says, on the services, come down. We'll come meet up with you if you're in the city and all that, and we'll tell you, you know, good places to go. And you know, it's you know, it's even bigger than the investment portion is. You know, we can tell you just good places to eat, nice places to stay, good neighborhoods to be in.
Yes.
Go get a nice barber, you know, a hairstylist, stuff like that. A real estate agent if you're gonna rent a place. So yeah, we're boots on the ground. Let us know if you're coming through.
Just so you know, we do not know a very good hairstylist, but we do know a master barber. So I just want to make that clear. I want the ladies like, you said on your show, you ain't got no hairstylist, y'all.
We did, but they're gone.
I do what I can do.
Yeah. So yeah, y'all, that's all we wanted to do, man. Come live and direct from Mexico City. We're down here on vacation, not vacation, but just on a business trip with.
It's a business trip, but we've been working. When you said vacation, I had to look like.
Yeah, we live and direct down here, Bitcoin Embassy Bar. Check that out. Lorena Ortiz, also known as Lori Bitcoin. Check her out. That's her handle. You know, we had her on the show about a month ago. And yeah, that's all we want, y'all. That's all we wanted.
Y'all have a great one. We'll see you next week.